Welcome back to another Top 10. Today we are counting down the top 10 hardest achievements in gaming. Quick note before starting, I ordered this the best I could, but don't take too much stock in the order. All of these are borderline impossible and the order could definitely be shuffled a bit. At number 10, I have Personal Decorator from Call of Duty Black Ops 3. The description reads, earn all decorations. Sounds easy enough, right? Nope. This achievement will take over your life. There are 12 decorations in Black Ops 3, and each one is a massive endeavor. For example, one decoration entails completing the game on realistic difficulty. Realistic difficulty is brutal because it only takes one hit to kill you. Then there is the Immortal Fame decoration, where you have to complete every mission in the game at least once on veteran difficulty without restarting from a checkpoint. And then there is the infamous Master of Arms decoration, in which you must earn all campaign weapons, attachments, and camos. To contextualize, by the time you finish this, you will need about 18,000 kills between all guns. To put the icing on the cake, there are many bugs with people unlocking this achievement, so good luck. At number 9, I have Super Meat Boy's Impossible Boy. This achievement requires completing Alley Dark World without dying. And Super Meat Boy is already a brutally difficult game, so the fact that they included this achievement is a special kind of cruel. Alley Dark World has 20 levels, and while not every level is painfully difficult, doing them in a row without faltering is perfection at its finest. The achievement takes hours of practice and memorization. Now luckily you are able to pick the order of the levels so you can plan and strategize, but it's still brutal. While this achievement can technically be finished in 10 minutes, it will more than likely take you hundreds of hours. And that's why it makes my list. At number 8, I have Mortal Kombat's My Kung Fu is Stronger achievement. So you could say that this achievement isn't traditionally challenging. It's difficult because of the amount of time and dedication you have to put into this game to get this achievement. Let me give the requirements. With each character, you need 100 wins, 100 fatalities, 150 X-ray moves, spill 10,000 pints of blood, and play for 24 hours. Oh, and there are 28 characters. So bare minimum, you would have to play 28 real days for this achievement. Why? The only reason I can see NetherRealm putting this in the game was to inflate the overall playtime. But let's be honest, is anyone actually going to play 28 characters for... It's just an absurd time suck and would take any normal person years to complete. So while yes, technically not challenging, this achievement is a menace to even consider going for. At number 7, I have Mr. Perfect from Mega Man 10. This trophy tasks you with beating the game without taking damage. Any achievement that tasks you with completing a game without taking damage will be a challenging task, but a game like Mega Man ups the ante. Anyone that has played a Mega Man game would know that beating this game without taking a hit is a stupendous task. So naturally the devs decided to curse us with this achievement. Luckily this achievement can be completed on easy modes and there are a few points where you can save and restart. But that doesn't stop this achievement from being a slog. You have to master each level and memorize their secrets. One mistake results in failure, and only the most resilient will get this trophy. At number 6, I have Seriously 5.0 from Gears of War 5. The Seriously trophies are infamous in the achievement hunting community as being full-time jobs. The most recent requires you to beat the campaign on insane difficulty, master Horde and Escape launch maps, master launch characters, re-up 20 times, and reach the rank of General in tour rewards. Easy, right? So let me break this down. First, you have to beat the campaign on insane difficulty. Fairly straightforward. You get killed instantly, all the enemies have more health. Since you can do this in co-op, it's honestly the easiest part of this achievement, believe it or not. Then you have to master the 11 Horde/launch maps. Luckily you can cheese this a bit, but it's still a grind. Then level up all launch characters to level 15. This is a massive grind. There are 9 launch characters between Horde and Escape, with each character potentially taking 30 hours each. Yeah, so you're looking at a few hundred hours just for one part of Seriously 5.0. And we aren't done. Next we have 20 re-ups, which means you have to hit max level 20 times. Then finally reach the rank of General. In Gears 5 you get login objectives, and completing them gives stars. After enough stars, you level up your rank. General is the highest rank and takes months to unlock. After doing all that, you get the Seriously 5.0 achievement. With the news that a new Gears of War is on the way, I genuinely shudder at the idea of what Coalition have planned. At number 5, I am putting Rock Band 2's Bladder of Steel achievement. Get a diaper, because you're going to need it. This achievement doesn't take much explaining. The entire Rock Band 2 setlist takes 6 hours to work through, and you literally can't stop. One of the saving graces in video games is the ability to pause, take a break, and recharge when needed. This achievement takes that privilege and strips it from your arsenal. The hardest part about this achievement is the combination of not being able to pause or fail, so you can't cheese it by leaving the controller on the couch. You have to actively play the game without stopping for 6 hours. So my best advice, get a few friends, some pizzas, and prepare for one long afternoon. Just remember, one slip up and it's back to square one for the achievement. At number 4, I am putting Max Payne 3's The Shadows Rushed Me achievement. This achievement is straight evil. Whoever created it likes seeing people suffer. Here's how to unlock the brutal achievement. You must beat Max Payne on New York Minute Hardcore. So if you die, you start the game over. The enemies do more damage, there are less painkillers, and oh yeah, you're timed. You get more time by getting kills and completing other miscellaneous objectives, but it's still there. While Max Payne 3 isn't a long game per se, it's also not a short game. You can be a few hours in only to have one lapse in judgment and having to restart the entire game. There are few achievements as brutally punishing as this one that I wouldn't recommend people even consider going for. This is one of those achievements that I just don't think I'm good enough at gaming to get. At number 3, I'm putting Lasso Master from Halo Master Chief Collection. This entails completing each game-specific Lasso playlist for every Halo game. Simple enough, right? Nope. If you haven't heard of Lasso, it means Legendary All Skulls On. So what does that mean? Well, a skull is a difficulty modifier in Halo, and there are 12 in each Halo game. Here are some examples. There is the Iron Skull, which means dying in co-op resets you to your last save point. Dying solo restarts the level entirely. Then there is the Blind Skull. HUD and weapons do not display on screen. We have the Mythic Skull. Enemies have increased health, and of course, there is the Black Eye Skull. Your shields only recharge when you melee enemies. Remember, there are 12 of these in each Halo game. It's a brutal slog that would be challenging on its own, but then 343 decided to make you do it on Legendary difficulty. I have nightmares about Halo 2 on Legendary difficulty. Now imagine difficulty modifiers. I think I have a better chance of beating Michael Jordan in a dunking contest. Only the most hardcore Halo players will even have a sliver of a chance at completing this. At number 2, I'm putting Emperor from the Elder Scrolls Online. This requires you to be the player with the most points in your faction's leaderboard when the Emperor is nominated among your alliance, and a new Emperor gets nominated once an alliance takes control of all 6 keeps around Imperial City. Let me explain in layman terms. You have to be the number 1 Elder Scrolls Online player. Prepare to give up everything in your life, and it can't just be you either. You also have to find a committed group of people to help your faction climb to the top. It's a brutal achievement, and in my opinion, an achievement that should never have been created. Not only do you have to put hundreds of hours into the game, but your companions need to as well. It's just not realistic, and even some of the most hardcore will never get it. I personally am not a fan of this style of achievement. In my opinion, achievements should be something everyone should be able to get, and becoming number 1 in a massive MMO is not something everyone will ever be able to even get close to getting. At number 1, I have World Champion from Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. This achievement requires you to get to the top of the universal leaderboard in multiplayer. Really? Let that sink in. You have to be number 1 in a fairly popular online multiplayer game? While this is not COD, this game had its fair share of players. I've been reading up on some of the things people did to get this achievement, and it's crazy. For starters, people made up to 10 Xbox accounts, would pay for live on all of these, and then get multiple copies of the game. They would play hundreds of hours of matches, alternate accounts to assist in grinding their main account, and all while competing with the other players trying to get World Champion. It's a ridiculous achievement, and similar to the Elder Scrolls Online, I think it's a cheap addition to the game that only the most hardcore ever have a chance to get. You shouldn't have to quit your job and buy multiple copies of a game for a single achievement. But that's what puts this achievement at number 1 on my list of hardest achievements in history. So that was my list for the top 10 hardest achievements in gaming. Let me know your thoughts and if you have any of these achievements in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.